When I love up the world, can you raise up a sound? Or does it want to fight? We will stop till we get it right. When I love up the world, can you raise up a sound? Or does it want to fight? We will stop till we get it right.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, welcome. We'd like to welcome you to Stronger Together, the brother's journey through the prostate cancer world. Today we have back here the elder brother, the man that keeps all the brothers in the family line. We have Chryspan Merriweather, better known as Chris. Welcome, Chris. How are you?
Thank you, A. Doing good.
So, Chris, as we had a wonderful time today with the brothers, just conversating, letting the audience know about our journey. Tell me something. I can ask you all the questions in the world. I want to just talk. Since you done heard me and Erskine journey, and we done tried to convince black men why it's so important to get tested, so important to know your family history, so important to talk to each other about this disease. What have you picked up from this, and what would you say to me? What question would you ask me that you have that you think that you hadn't heard, or the audience hadn't heard?
Well, I think just listening to you got everything going on for your cancer. This is your passion. Like I said, you and Erskine, my heroes for prostate cancer goals.
Right.
Because you guys done been through thick and thin.
That mean a lot. That mean a lot hearing it from you, because what question would you ask me? I heard that. I want you to, I need somebody to pull something out of me for a minute, because I'm sitting over here with tears in my eyes. I got my big brother here, and he's saying he's proud to hear his brothers tell their story. But now, you asked me a question.
What made you, what turned you to make you an advocate? What changes you had to go through, and what process that you were thinking to make you an advocate?
Okay, good question. I didn't start out to be an advocate. I didn't know no one who had prostate cancer when I had it. You know, I didn't know anything about it. When I heard the story, you got prostate cancer, Mr. Merriweather, I was dumbfounded. I was scared. I felt alone. I felt like I was going to die. You know, I had Kelly with me. I had Junior with me. And as I took that story, I had to educate myself. I was going in the room, Chris, and the intake person was taking all this. The intake spent more time with me than the doctors. The doctors came in the room with the white coat. Oh, with some sheet, you know, your PSA level is this and this and this. Man, all I heard, Chris, was I gonna die. Because when you hear that word C. We don't say, you ain't gotta even say cancer. You just say C, and you hear cancer. And as I went through that, Chris, and as me and Erskine went through all these different treatments, and as I had side effects from radiation that damaged other organs, you know, and one of those times you asked me, how did I come? Well, when I was in the hospital one of those times, and the faith, as Erskine would say, I'm praying. I had the blockage again down there. I couldn't piss. And God, I just prayed Jeremiah 29:11. And I just prayed and prayed and prayed. I said, God, heal me. And God said, I heal you. Now go out and tell someone and say. And since then, I started a support group called Black Male Prostate Cancer Coalition back in 2012. And you remember, I started at my house. And you know, it used to be like, Chris, football Sunday, where we have prostate Sunday. Okay. And from then to now, my passion has been to educate. I network. I met Dr. Falakio Detner. She was at FAM, then she was at UF. And my passion, Chris, came from her, because she was adamant about prostate cancer. And she brought me along. And one of the reasons I'm so passionate about it, because the workshops, going out in the community. You done seen me. I go out and have a table at health fair, and I have material, and I'm promoting early detection. You know, God said, I hear you. So that is why I'm so passionate now. And that is why, you know, when you're talking about this disease, Chris, I keep it real. I might have a script right here, but I tell you what,
Coming from your
when it comes from your heart,
yeah.
and you know what you know,
Yep.
and that was a good question. I would like to ask you another question. Being that we have that family history. Once again, I'm sticking on that because so many families don't know their history.
Right.
And Erskine would tell you, if you don't know your family history, think about it. You've been with me since I had prostate cancer, kidney failure. I had lung cancer just in 2019. Had a heart surgery just 2 months ago in August. But you know, I'm still here fighting the battle. So what would you tell the audience that you done learned from your brother's journey? What would you tell them? What would you tell the audience about what you done heard from your two brothers that would convince someone out in that audience why it's so important that to hear our story? What would you tell them? Just talk to them.
I would tell them that, first of all, you got to get checked to see if you positive for cancer.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be the first step. And then you got to
Educate them.
educate yourself and stay within the Lord. You know.
Right. And you got
and
to.
then, you know, no man knows what another man knows.
And what he going through.
And what he going through.
Yeah.
So he has to share that with people.
And do you think that when you get those diagnoses, it's important? Not saying that you wouldn't, but someone in the audience, do you think it's a shame to have prostate cancer?
No, it's just part of life, part of your life.
Okay.
You know, everybody don't get it, I don't think, but this is your road, and this is the road that you got to go down to keep living.
Right. So if someone else came to you and say, I seen your brother and he out there promoting it, and you know, Chris, the person might say, I've been wondering about mine. You know, should I get checked or what? What would you tell them? Not what your brother doing, but since they come to you, as it just passing by, man, yeah. I seen it on the TV. Was that real or was that fake? What would you tell that person about prostate cancer? You know, we want to
get checked.
Okay.
That's the only way you can find out. Go get checked. And then go along with the doctors when they provide treatment for you.
Right.
Just go along with the doctors.
Now, in hearing what me and Erskine, what encouragement would you give other family members in our family? We got a lot of boys and a lot of girls that done had different ailments, but they don't seem to get the message about going and get checked, even though unks done had a battle. How would you, as the leader of our clan, our family, what word are we needing to get out and through our family?
Go get checked.
Why?
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 Then you know whether or not you positive or negative for prostate cancer. Go get yourself checked.
Okay.
That's number one thing, I think, is getting checked.
What's another one?
Spread the word.
We spreading the word and we telling them what?
Basically, go get checked.
Okay.
You know, that's number one.
I'm pulling it for you. I'm pulling it.
Go
I'm
get
pulling
checked.
it. All right. Okay. Now go get checked. So I would say, now this is what I would add to it. Besides go get checked, look at our family history.
Okay.
We have a family. I'm going to call out the family history to you. We have a family history of prostate cancer.
Right.
We have a family history of enlarged prostate. We have a family history of breast cancer.
Right.
We have a family history. What did Ike have? Ike had bladder cancer.
Yeah.
Bladder cancer. We have a family. I'm telling the audience the family. We got a family history of diabetes. We got a family history of heart disease. The audience said, what does that mean? You got siblings that and sons got diabetes.
And daughters.
And daughters. You got your mom had heart disease. I got heart disease. Linda got heart disease. Now we moving on. What are we trying to get out to the audience? We're trying to get out to the audience that, hey, this is just one family's journey. And this is why it's so important that you know that prostate cancer doesn't just affect the man. It affects the wife, the daughters, the grandkids, the whole family. And ladies and gentlemen, we really need you to get out. Early detection, pass the word, share your journey. Do not be scared to talk about prostate cancer, because Chris, even though we done had this conversation, we haven't had this conversation. Mm-hmm. We're having this conversation now, but this conversation should have happened years ago. That's what I'm saying, audience. When we talk about prostate cancer as black men, we don't like to talk about it. Right. We like to keep it to ourselves because there's an effect below the waist. The family loves you. Early detection can save you. So as we finished off with this prostate edition and we close out that a brother's stronger together, a brother's journey, Chris Merriweather, Erskine Merriweather, and your host AJ Merriweather, we took the time to share passionately with you, Chris, with the audience, about just one family. Think about the other families in your community. Think about your church member, your co-workers. Think about your aunts and uncles. As we close out this section, we like to say, thank you so much for watching this first program. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been my pleasure to host my brothers today on this journey of a prostate cancer. We are here today because we did early detection. Thank you. God bless you. Until we meet again, AJ Merriweather. Thank you.